I think we're about to go on a whole new era of innovation in the lottery, and I think Jackpocket and DraftKings is going to be at the forefront of that.
Welcome back to the DraftKings Life podcast. I'm Rebecca, a recruitment marketing senior specialist, and I'm thrilled to have Peter Sullivan, the founder of Jackpocket and now the senior vice president of lottery here at DraftKings, joining me on the DraftKings Life podcast. So Peter, to start out, I really want to start from the beginning. I know your dad was involved in your initial story of Jackpocket, so how and why did you start your company?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here. But the story actually begins even before my dad, but it does start in the same location of Brooklyn, New York. So my grandma was an everyday lottery player. She was a bingo player. She was known as the Lotto Queen of Brooklyn. And so whether it was getting on a bus and going down to Atlantic City or playing locally, she was always involved in some type of gaming, which then my dad and his brothers and sisters caught on to. My dad became an everyday New York lottery player and then moved us from the city out to Jersey, where now he had the opportunity to play both New York and New Jersey every day. And we grew up in a situation where my dad was my head coach for baseball, basketball, football. And so he would drive from the Bronx, have his New York numbers in, and then by the time he got to New Jersey, he had to make sure he got his Jersey numbers in. And for us, we essentially looked at a way to think about how someone like my dad, who was not tech savvy whatsoever, I don't think he can still forward an email. But we saw he had an iPhone and we were like, wait a second, how can we make it more convenient and easy for him to play the games that he already knows and loves from this new piece of technology that he's starting to engage with? And that's how the story began all the way in December of 2012.
Very cool. And at the most simple terms, how do you describe Jackpocket to people who may have never heard of the app?
Yeah, so Jackpocket is the easiest way to play official state lottery games directly from your phone. You have the ability to play draw games, which you may know as some of the big multi-state jackpot games such as Mega Millions and Powerball, as well as local games like the New York or New Jersey lottery. But also, we've now started to venture into scratch games. So if you've ever gotten a scratch game for a gift or played one at a local bodega or deli, you can now interact with the Jackpocket app and actually play those games directly from your phone. We think it's the most safe, convenient, and entertaining way to play with the lottery products that already exist out there.
And back in 2024, DraftKings acquired Jackpocket. So why was that the next best move?
Yeah, we were starting to see massive demand for the product, and we were also starting to see growth curves that would have been tough to sustain by ourselves, to have to go out and continue to raise capital. We wanted to find a long-term partner that we could grow the lottery market and continue to innovate in the space, and we knew DraftKings was the right partner. We wanted to work with a company that had the best technology, the best product experience for consumers, and essentially areas of expertise that we were, quite frankly, missing. So obviously being able to tap into all the sports wagers around the United States and a whole different market. We just thought it was the right move at the right time, and we were really excited that we were able to get it done. I believe that DraftKings has a culture of authenticity, yet also, ensuring that everyone is striving to do better. And I believe we have the same situation at Jackpocket. People really find ownership in their work. So what you get to see is really smart, talented, innovative, hardworking people that are also authentic, and you can have a conversation about friends and family and things that are happening in your life. And at the end of the day, we spend so much time of our life at work. So I think it's important to have that balance.
That's fantastic. And what's so exciting about digitalizing this lottery experience for customers and seeing how people are able to just buy some lottery tickets right on their phones? What's so exciting about that industry?
Yeah, so I think the lottery industry has been slow to adopt some innovation. I always joke it's like shaving companies. They had 2 blades and then they came out with an innovation of 3 blades and 4 blades. And lottery was quite the same. They had games and they just kept on adding balls and changing the ways that the balls were called. And I think we're about to go on a whole new era of innovation in the lottery. And I think Jackpocket and DraftKings is going to be at the forefront of that. And I think it's rethinking what a lottery game could be like if you were to have a digital first experience, whether that's a live hosted drawing, whether that's interactive game where there's a decision that has to be made, and whether that's being able to take some of the amazing IP that DraftKings has produced or works with, and to be able to introduce that into game format. So I think we're about to revolutionize the lottery industry in the next few years with new digital touch points, and I'm so excited to be here at DraftKings to do so.
And even on the operation side of things, how important are fulfillment centers for the growth of the app?
We could talk all day about how beautiful the product is, how seamless it is, but the operations and the fulfillment center is mission critical for getting the product right. Without it, it doesn't exist. So we're investing a lot of time into a whole new, let's call it ecosystem within the operations and fulfillment centers that I think are going to bring a whole new bunch of excitement and opportunities into the employees that work at those fulfillment centers. We're really working to figure out how we can create a career path that leads them from operation centers maybe to much larger positions within the company in the future.
You probably have so many of these moments, but are there any favorite moments or certain projects that really stand out to you in your time here?
Yeah, so, post-acquisition, we've really been looking to educate the market about how these two companies are going to work together, especially within the lottery space. And it wasn't even like, the most accomplished moment, but there was a really cool moment recently where we were able to host all the lottery directors from around the country inside our sportsbook at Wrigley Field. And, to have all the DraftKings branding and to have them understand that we were making a big commitment into the lottery space and we were going to be here for a long time. It really, I think, resonated with the lottery directors and the senior staff from around the country. And it was an exciting moment for us through our journey to showcase that DraftKings will have a big impact in the lottery in the future.
Even from when you were a little kid, just waiting for your dad in one of those bodegas to be like, I need to make this on his phone. Like, how can I do that? And to you actually doing it and figuring out the technology and working with so many smart people to make it happen. That must have been such a cool feeling and moment to have.
For sure. And to be honest, at the end of the day, I think you nailed it, is working with so many smart, amazing, driven people is what, has allowed us to take a vision that maybe I had set up, but at the end of the day, to execute it, it takes a village. And it's been awesome working with so many great people. And to see that all those people are continuing their careers in DraftKings is something really amazing.
Keep doing the great work. And thank you for listening. Make sure to follow us on social media at DraftKings Life, except for LinkedIn, where we're simply DraftKings. This podcast is available on all major podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google. We got you. Be sure to download, listen, and even throw us a 5-star rating. Thanks so much and have a great day.